Vice Chancellor of Lautech, ably represented by Professor Araromi. You are welcome to our minister. We also want to introduce the Director of Sports, Lautech, Mrs. Ola Oshebiko. We want to appreciate the sponsor of this program, Chief Julius Adekola.
Thank you very much.
Like we always say, that we always appreciate the university system for giving us the enabling environment to develop the mind of staffs and students. Sometimes audience please. Sometimes November last year, the sports unit organized the maiden Lautech racket game, and that kickstarts this type of competition we are holding today. Between November last year and now, we have hosted 4 competitions being sponsored by eminent members of Lautech and people from outside. So this is the first sponsorship we are getting from outside the university. Like we all know, university is about the town and the GAN. So when we have the GAN, we appreciate also the GAN coming around. So we appreciate the sponsor of this eminent program. It is coming in December, and we want to appreciate it because it's going to be the last competition for this year. Incidentally, we already have about 4 games to be sponsored by next year. We already proposed sponsors. We have sponsors for the next 4 games for year 2026. So we want to pray that the people who have signified their interest in sponsoring, we want to pray that God give them the strength to do it. So I also want to recognize the presence of the chairman, Lautech Tennis Association, Alhaji Kamal Olosho. I also want to recognize the presence of the secretary, Lautech Tennis Association, Professor Azim Ige. $500 million player, who doubles as the sponsorer of the 3rd Lautech tennis competition. So we played his own competition about 2 months ago. Now we want to quickly go to speech. The first person to address us is the chairman Lautech Tennis Club, to come and welcome everybody officially and tell us what the tennis club are for us, especially the students.
You know this speech. Okay.
The Vice Chancellor, sir, ably represented by Professor Araromi, the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Director of Sports,
Yes, sir.
my dear sister, Mrs. GTO Ola Oshebiko, sponsor of today's game, Chief Julius. Thank you very much, sir. Well, all the players here, in fact, my speech will even be directed to them. Like we all know, this university is not a conventional university whereby we have a sports department like physical kinetics and co. So this is just our own widow's might in making this Lautech tennis game, and making the latest court, the court very lively, and in extension the sports unit of the university. So in that way, I want to appreciate every member that has been part of that, all the tennis players. I want to appreciate you. And I think with this our own attitude, the university would, we are just trying to make the university see why they should at least please do more in terms of sport. They have been supportive. We just came back from Nuga. We were at Nuga. The university has been supportive, but for I know the last one, the tennis players were not able to go, and that is even why we have we impress it on our sponsors so that we have something to make up for that, and that is why we are here today. So the DVC is there to take our message, although we were there with him like 2 days ago to tell him this. So I think it will interest all of us to know that the university is in the process of constructing a new tennis court for us. The vice chancellor has promised. In fact, he took a rough estimation of it from one of us yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday, yes. So, and we hope that with the help of the director of sports and our insistence on it, that will come to fruition. So the DVC, sir, we are not sending you, but we are still appealing to you. Since you are here, the Vice Chancellor too is here. So please help us take this message to him. We have a lot of players that wants to be playing tennis. And again, you can see some of us are even staff. And again, I think we took the word of the Vice Chancellor too yesterday that he is going to even join the tennis team. So I think when he joins,
There will be improvement.
yes, he will not be comfortable with this kind of person. There will be great improvement as time goes on. So we are very lucky. So we are promising that we will still go back to him to make it because he is contemplating 2 sports. I will not mention the second sport. No, I won't mention the second sport so that the tennis players will know, any tennis player that knows him will know how to convince him to make sure that it is tennis that. So we know that when we have it in our midst, all other problems will be solved. So on that note, I want to appreciate the sponsor. We appreciate you very much, sir. Thank you very much. May Almighty God replenish all you spend on it. And for all the players here, you are all welcome. Let us, you see, the sport is not for everybody to win. Of course, you can't have all the trophies for everybody, but it is just the spirit of partaking in the sport, which we call spirit of sportsmanship. So every one of us, whether you come first or second, we are all players and we are all winners. Thank you very much.
Thank you, the chairman. In addition to what the chairman said, the reason why lawn tennis is more peculiar is that on basketball court, we have maximum of 10 people who can play at the same time. The same thing with volleyball. But on lawn tennis, just 2 or 4 people at a time. And we have over 50 active players, both female and male. So we are appealing. So again, the next speech is by the director of sports. We welcome you, ma'am. Goodwill message.
Goodwill message. Sir, on behalf of the sports unit, we want to appreciate your being here. Also, before we go forward, I want to appreciate the representative of the Vice Chancellor. Sir, thank you for being here. Like my coach, he is a tennis coach in Lautech, has spoken. He has said it all. Those are the things we need. If we don't have these things on ground, we will not keep our athletes busy. And now we have staff that are interested also in the game. Oga Aron Yishenu, Ejo, please, we will appreciate it. Our sponsor, sir, God will honor you. We will still be expecting more from you. We will still be asking because you are our father, and God will come to bless you. Once again, I want to appreciate everyone of us that are here. It will be a successful game. Amen. Thank you, Lord.
Thank you, ma'am. We welcome the presence of Professor Majolagbe, $500 million player. Okay, the next goodwill message you are going to listen to is going to be from the sponsor. Please clap for jam your hands together for our sponsor.
Thank you very much. Owo, as we normally call him, doubling this afternoon as the MC. The Vice Chancellor, ably represented by the Deputy Vice Chancellor, the Director of Sports, the Chairman of our unit here, all other protocols duly observed. I also cultivated lawn tennis in this type of setting when I was at the University of Nigeria in Nsukka in 1970. And it has been my passion. It has been my passion since then. I hail from Ogbomoso here, and when I retired from active service, I decided I'll no more be going to Lagos. I decided Ilela Bosimioko. Yes, sir. I'll be coming to Ogbomoso. Despite the fact that I don't know many people in Ogbomoso, I lived all my life in Lagos and in the United States. But I said I will enjoy a much more peaceful life in Ogbomoso. And the first thing I looked out for when I got to Ogbomoso was where will I continue my passion of lawn tennis. I scouted around, I didn't find any place. I'm one of the pioneer members of Ogbomoso Recreation Club. So I went there thinking maybe they will still have a lawn tennis court. They didn't have it. So I stumbled on a student of Lautech here who told me that there are lawn tennis courts in Lautech. I said I've driven around Lautech. I didn't see any lawn tennis court. I never knew it was stocked somewhere here. They call Maracana or something. So what I did was, I came here, I still looked around, I didn't find it. So I saw one landscaper who pointed me to the office of the sports something. And then I think the sports office or so. So I got there, I saw a gentleman who gave me the phone numbers of a couple of people. Owo's phone number and Adeolu's phone number. So that was how I was able to get into this family, which has since then become my second family. And I'm happy that this, my second family, the Lawn Tennis Club here, has since then welcomed me with open arms. I've always enjoyed myself in their midst, and we've all become one family, friends. You know, anytime I come here, I feel at home, and I'm normally happy that I'm here. And luckily also, I never knew until I got here that the VC were from the same place, from the same area in Ogbomoso, Ijeru. Then later on also, I discovered that you've had a new registrar. And I saw in my school, my secondary school platform, they were congratulating her. I said, wow, so this registrar is from my school, Ibuora High School. I was a member of the first set of Ibuora High School in 1963. So I came to the registrar's office to welcome her into my town. Ipe, you are welcome to Ogbomoso, my town, and you are old student of my school. Although she didn't meet me at school, but she also welcomed me with open arms. Yesterday, as a prelude to the occasion today, the local organizing committee and members of this club, tennis club, paid a visit to the VC. Again, it was a joyous occasion. The VC welcomed us with open arms. From there, we went to the registrar's office also. She welcomed us with open arms. So it's been a pleasurable time since my time here up till today. So I pray that this type of fellowship will continue having fun, both down country. We'll continue enjoying ourselves, and I implore the students that if I'm able to play tennis since 1970, you should be able to play tennis forever too. And you never know, maybe the next
Vanessa,
the next Serena, the next Sampras may come from you. You never know. Because this university has been producing very, very good products. I happen to know of a student who graduated from here and came to the University of Wisconsin. She was at the University of Wisconsin and she was topping the class. She made her master's at the University of Wisconsin, and she was being invited for PhD in about 5 other universities in the United States. She's gotten her PhD now, and she's settled comfortably in the United States, a product of Lautech. Lautech has been, producing a lot of world-class students. And a couple of years ago, I also read in the newspapers that the #1 state university in Nigeria is Lautech.
Today.
And if you come in here, when you see the infrastructure, you'll be wondering, is this the place that produces first class products in Nigeria? But as the Yorubas will say, all the ekofufus in Nigeria come from here. Thank you very much for honoring me with the sponsoring of this occasion. It's a pleasure, and I thank you all. Thank you very much. Have fun.
Thank you, sir. As the sponsor is delivering his goodwill message, we have the presence of the chairman Lautech Sports Council, Professor Kazeem Oriola. He doubles as one of the participants for this competition. His worth is less than 500 million, so it's $150 million. So on a final note, we want to give the microphone to the Vice Chancellor to give us his goodwill message.
Good afternoon. It is my honor and privilege to be here this afternoon to represent our Vice Chancellor, Professor Oladunde Alimu. He sent his one greeting. He wanted to be here because of his tight schedule. He has been busy since morning, attending to one program or the other, to one meeting or the other. Recently, he asked me now because we were in a meeting. That is why he called me to come and represent him. So the chairman council, Professor Oriola Kasim, and the director of the sport, Mrs. Olamide. Yes, I wish you. Yes. So our sponsor of today's event, Mr. Julius Adekola, we thank you for the support you give to make today's reality. Well, as I said that the Vice Chancellor wanted to be here because he's a sport lover, and most of the time, and you will agree with me that most of the time the director and the chairman come with any request. Though we have difficulties, we have problems in finance, notwithstanding, so we treat that as much as possible. And you can see that most of the events we always wanted to participate, and like what just happened recently, the yoga game, we went there with support of the university. That is why you see that the Lautech like sports and never take it for granted. So today's occasion, which is a competition, lawn tennis competitions, so that we know that sports, we want to appreciate the Sport Council for sustaining the activities of the sport in the Lautech, because the sports is part of the activity that develop our students and to make the campus to be lively. So we appreciate that, and despite the fact that we are in an environment where it's not that conducive because of the necessary support that's supposed to be here. Necessary facilities that are supposed to be here are not here, and despite that fact, we are managing. Just as Chief have just said that the name of the Lautech and our products that are coming out here, they are making it outside. That is one one of it has just been mentioned. We have many of them. But what I need to tell you that most of, particularly in engineering, there's no any year that our graduates will come out and have a scholarship to some of the best universities in the world, in America, in US, to tell you that we are producing, like you have just said, that that is exactly what happened here. The workers and the staffs, they are now relenting in their effort to ensure that we have the best, despite the fact that we don't have that enabling environment. But we are hope and dream to ensure that whatever our product, wherever they are, we compete excellently well. So today's event is sports. It's an activity that develops the brain. So there should be a time that you vote and make so we appreciate today's event. We appreciate the support of those who make this event a reality. We want to appeal to the participants that just as I already mentioned, that this is a competition, right? But it's also a play. So you take it as the spirit of sportsmanship. Whatever come out of the game, you just accept it and decide that the life should continue. Yes. On behalf of the Vice Chancellor, I want to appreciate you all for being here this evening, and at the same time to do the formal opening, yes. To declare and to clear the opening of the kickoff of the competition. Thank you.
Jam your hand together for the Vice Chancellor. While we be represented by the DVC. So we want to yes. We want the Chairman Sports Council to give the closing remark. Then we move to the court to go and do kickoff.
Good evening, sponsor, sir. Chief Julius Adekola, and his friend, BBC, ably represented by Professor Araron, the Vice Chancellor Academics, the Director of Sports, all the athletes, and our friend from the health center, the athletes, everyone here present, we appreciate you all. It gladdens my heart to be here this evening again. I think this is the third time we are having this kind of a program in the university within a year. But this particular kind of program that involves lawn tennis, the first one involved lawn tennis and table tennis and lawn tennis, which we call racket games. This time around it's only lawn tennis. And sincerely, right from the beginning of this year, right from the time we had the first one, yes, sports, the level at which our staff and students embrace sports has increased. It is noticed. I remember the first time, this was not the number we had for the first competition. And I also need to sincerely appreciate the effort of the chairman LOC, Engineer Ezedin Owo. He has been able to attract a lot of people to the badminton court, to the lawn tennis court. In fact, he almost dragged me into this competition because for now I'm still a learner. What he said, "Oga, you must play." you must compete, and I'm competing now. So I must appreciate his efforts. I hope you keep it up. So thanks so much for assisting in sports development in the university. So let me quickly round up by saying that, like it has been said, it's just a game. The spirit of sportsmanship must be sustained. Whatever the umpire says is the final. So please let us abide by the rule. And I believe that at the end of the day, another discovery will be made in terms of the best sportsman that we have never even discovered before now, by the grace of God. So thank you all. I wish you the best of luck.
The kickoff, sir. You can